Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules. Now, the good people over at EVGA just sent me over a mouse, more specifically the TORQ X10 Carbon.
Because carbon makes everything better.
Now, the reason they sent it to me is because I expressed that I liked this mouse in a video that I did with Jay's 2 cents when I was visiting Southern California a couple of weeks ago to attend MLG. While I was down there, I needed a mouse for my laptop. Jay happened to have one of these in his arsenal, his little mini Newegg closet storage facility thing. So he let me use it and I actually fell in love with it. They caught wind of it, they sent me one. That's awesome. I wish this worked the same way for everything. Hey, you know what? I really like that Tesla Model S. All right, guys, well, I'm itching to use this thing, so let's go ahead and crack it open.
I'm not gonna crack it. I wasn't being literal, okay?
All right, guys, well, you can see it has pretty unique packaging. Most mice I've seen come in a square box. This one's kind of got this like little slanted thingamabobber kind of looking thingamajig. Well, I'm a little sad to report I accidentally ripped the box earlier. If you guys could not tell EVGA that I ripped their box before doing the unboxing, I would really appreciate it. I'd like them to help out with the channel in the future because I personally like EVGA products, and if they find out that I was careless with the box before this review,
they might have some words with me.
I wonder what knife we should use.
Bat knife. No, bat knife, bat knife.
I promise you, that is never gonna get old. There is a lot of hollow space. Now that's interesting for packaging, because I thought the whole idea of packaging was to be cost effective to ship first and then pretty second. That's empty in there. Now that's not gonna affect my review in any way. I'm just saying it's a little strange to build an empty box and then stick everything on the front of it. I'm just saying, EVGA, you might want to like hire a packaging specialist or someone like me with some common sense. But the truth is, some people might like an empty box. You might want to like go to a LAN party and put everything back in the box and I don't know, stuff some things in there. So if you need to smuggle stuff, this is the box to do it in. I'm not saying you should smuggle like illegal contraband and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, you know, if you want to hide something from your parents, put it in the box.
All right, guys, out of the pool.
All right, back to business. Okay, so pull this out and you, oh no, this thing practically unboxes itself. All right, so obviously that is just a shell. Looks like we have a little accessory pack, we have some weights, and we have the mouse itself. All right, well, I don't see anything else on here, so we'll just gently put that aside. All right, so inside the accessory pack, let's see what we have in here. We've got some stuff and some things, and it's empty. Toss that away. All right, what do we have? We have instructions here that hopefully we can just figure out on our own. I mean, reading manuals is just like, who does that? Do you seriously read manuals?
Do you?
And you got one that's in other languages and things and shows how to put the weights in there. And all right, we're probably gonna have to read the manual. This actually looks like something I probably wouldn't just figure out. Okay, it looks like we have some 3M sticky. Ooh, this is like little sliders that you can stick on the bottom of the mouse to make it coast better. It looks like it's already got a set pre-installed on here. If you wear out the bottom of your mouse, it's like really, really slick. Then you can go ahead and swap it out with another pair. That's cool. I've never seen a mouse that actually shipped with a replacement set of pads on the bottom. That's pretty cool. It also looks like it came with 2 other little stick-ons. I'm not quite sure where those go. Oh, they're little side grippers. You can actually stick them on the side of the mouse to give you more grip. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I guess you can kind of just pick the area. So there I put one gripper on one side. It's very, very rubbery. All right, let's put one on the other side. All right. And so now we got the grippers on the side. Again, that's optional. I kind of like the whole configurability of this. That's kind of the selling point. Now, I know a lot of people like a light mouse. I personally like a really heavy mouse because I'm a very fidgety person. I tend to throw it around and I find that it's more accurate when I can move it slow and it's got some heft to it. So I'm gonna load it up with weight. So it looks like on the top here, you just pop this panel up.
Come on.
And it just says, oh, push and lift. All right. All right, well, apparently that works. So now you can see inside of here, there's 2 little compartments for putting the weight into, and there's also like a little plastic or rubber basket that comes out so you can easily remove the weight. So let's go ahead and load this thing up. Now the weights just look like little metal cylinders with varying inner diameters to determine their weight. Okay, so it looks like you can only put in 2 weights at a time. So I'm gonna take the 2 heaviest weights, the ones that are completely solid, and put them in there. And I'll be honest, they're not super, super heavy, so it's not gonna add a weight to the mouse. I mean, the difference in weight is probably gonna be pretty negligible. No, actually, it's surprisingly noticeable. Never mind. Okay, so now we got to put the plate back here. It just goes down and forward and locks into place. All right, now one of the coolest things about this mouse that I haven't really seen on another mouse, now granted I haven't used every mouse in the world, so don't think that I have, is it actually has adjustable height on the back. It's got a little knob here on the back that you can twist. And it looks like it takes a little Allen key, or you can just turn the screw by hand, but I'm actually finding it pretty hard to turn. Hold on. Oh, nope, there it goes. All right, so to go up, we turn it counterclockwise. And you can see when I turned it all the way, you can see that pad's lifted up, and that's angled up more. And if you turn it the other way, they lay back down. How about that? So I personally like a tall mouse because I'd like to think I have big hands.
Ladies.
So we'll just crank her up like that. And now my hand sits up very, very high on the mouse. I can access all the buttons very easily. Now the strange thing is they've got buttons on both sides. It seems like it would be kind of tricky to operate buttons on this side. That's something new I might have to try because, I mean, it's extra buttons, right? Extra button, more is better. And then it's got a button on the bottom here for switching the profile. And it said in here, in these documentations, it says you push the button and there's five profiles: red, orange, yellow, green, and blue is the color that the little LED thing is supposed to turn to determine which profile you're using. That's cool, so we'll fart around with the profiles and see what that's all about. All right, I should probably mention that I accidentally threw away the box a little too early. It does come with a tool to plug in the back to adjust the height up and down, and it is much faster and easier, as you can see with the tool. Also would like to mention it comes with a paracord cable that comes out from the side, not from the center. So that's a little different than most conventional mice, but I like that it comes out favoring the right hand. Even though it's an ambidextrous mouse, I personally like that it's on this side closer to the keyboard. And when you plug it in, it glows red and says EVGA. And if you push the profile button on the bottom, it cycles those colors I was talking about earlier. Hey, yeah. All right, so here I have the EVGA TORQ sitting next to my Corsair M65. And you can see they're actually pretty similar in size. The EVGA is just a touch longer and a touch narrower. And that's good because I really liked my Corsair M65. This was a good mouse overall, and it had adjustable weight and some cool features, but it didn't have as many buttons as the TORQ did, and it didn't have that adjustable height, and I really liked that adjustable height. Another thing that I noticed right off the bat is my Corsair M65 does not glide well on the desktop. It feels like, it even looks like it has similar pads to this one, but I think it's got too many of them because it tends to be a little bit grippy to the desktop. I like this. This glides like it's on glass, and that's what I really, really like in a mouse. Even without a mouse pad, because sometimes I like running without a mouse pad. And it's got a very, very accurate laser on it because I'm moving it super, super, super fast right now, and the cursor's moving just as I would expect it to. No slip-ups. And some things struggle with this surface. This does not. All right, so that we get the full use out of this mouse, I went ahead and downloaded the EVGA TORQ Unleashed software from EVGA's site. And the first thing it did when I tried to install is it asked me if I wanted to update to the latest firmware, and identified my TORQ X10. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, I can't move the mouse right now while it's updating the firmware, so that's a good indicator that it found the right mouse and disabled it, and it's not overwriting the firmware on my 20 other HID devices that are plugged in. All right, my mouse is back. Woo! Firmware update complete. All right, so this is what the software looks like opened up, and you can see it found my TORQ X10 right there, and I'm guessing if you have an EVGA keyboard, it'll also show up right there. So you have a lighting control here, so you can go through and actually change the color of the light on the mouse. That's pretty cool. And you can come down and assign the buttons. And of course, you've got this, you've got the center click, this button here. Looks like you can also assign buttons to 9, which is weird. That's like your DPI setting button up and down. Looks like you can actually map those to other things as well. And you can see my DPI is changing right now as I'm pushing up and down on that button. That's pretty cool. And the buttons on the other side are completely different buttons, so you can map all these buttons independently. That's really cool too. And you can change it for right or left-handedness. And of course, you have all of the profiles down here, so you can pick different settings for each profile and then quickly change them by pressing the button on the bottom of the mouse. Looks like there's also a whole bunch of pre-canned actions that you can add. And under advanced settings, you can tweak all the different DPI settings independently. That is killer. You can even change the polling rate. Now, I really like that because you have the 5 different levels you can change by pushing up and down on the DPI selector. So now you can fine tune each one of those. That is fantastic. You can also change some OS settings. It looks like you can enable, disable mouse acceleration, angle snapping, whatever the hell that is, OS sensitivity, the mouse scroll speed, and the double click speed. Now, these are options you can generally tune in the Windows control panel, but you can also do it here. And as for the LEDs, it looks like you can actually independently change the LEDs and their brightness and apply the settings. And I just confirmed the mouse actually did red change color. So that is fantastic. You can also do a breathing mode. That's cool. So that the mouse kind of does the pulsating on and off, which is actually a lot of people really like that, and I've seen some keyboards that do that too with backlighting, and it's pretty cool. Then of course you have macros. Macros are awesome. So you can come in here and set up all your macros, what command you want to launch them, and assign them to a button. And you can manage macros that are apparently on board the mouse. That's cool. So you have quite a broad selection. And I like it when it stores the macros on the mouse because it means you can basically unplug it and take it somewhere else and use it. And then of course you can manage all of your profiles and export, copy, save stuff to the local hard drive, restore it, that kind of stuff, and that's really cool. So I have to say, as far as mouse software goes, this is actually pretty comprehensive. All right, enough of this configuration shenanigans. Let's go use this thing. Hardcore team deathmatch. I'm gonna start doing gaming next week. I haven't gamed in like months, so I need to get my mouse legs back. All right, we need superior firepower. We will go with this guy. Yeah, big gun.
Covert op is aborted. Go hot.
You can see I can move really, really smooth. That's nice. Mouse is very responsive on the surface of the desk. Can I blow this up? Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, that just let them know where I was. Okay, take two. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, shit. All right, well, that's one for me. Where are you? Oh, 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 damn it. Why'd I do that? Why'd I hesitate? Oh, yeah. Woo, that's two. That's two. These guys can't hang with me. They can't hang with me, bro. All right, let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woo, woo, number 3. Oh, that's 3 kills, man. That's like the best game I've ever played. All right. All right, where are you? Whoa, you wanky blimey. Oh, crap. I hope that wasn't... Are you mine? Sorry. I can't tell. Was that friendly fire? Oh, we got defeated? What are you talking about?
Agents.
Wow, I killed 3 and died 4. For me, that is amazing. Well, guys, it's been a great game. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, well, there you have it. There's the EVGA TORQ X10 Carbon mouse. It is a great mouse. It's got lots of features, great software to control it, very comfortable in the hand. It was genius to have the feature where you could actually raise and lower the top of the mouse while still remaining ergonomic. That's a brilliant design. I really, really love how the wheel clicks. You can feel each and every little tick. Very, very defined, like more so than any mouse I've ever used. And the click on the middle button is very, very pronounced. The pressure needed to depress the buttons is a little bit more than I'm used to with the Corsair M65, but it still feels phenomenal and it was easy to get used to. But my favorite thing about this mouse, other than how cool it looks, is with the large pads on the bottom like this, it glides so smooth. And the fact that they include another set of pads is great because they do obvious wear over time. Depending on the mousing surface you're using, they may even wear quickly. And it's nice to have another set to replace them with. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed my review of the TORQ mouse. If you're interested in buying one, I urge you to use my affiliate links down in the description for Amazon to go pick one up. It helps me out, helps the channel out. I really appreciate it. I do urge you to try this mouse out, though, because I think you'll really like it. And if you already have a Corsair M65, I would urge you to try it even more because that's the mouse I'm upgrading from, and I couldn't be happier with the result. All right, guys, well, time to wrap it up. And until next time, come to daddy. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys. Torta Jerry, let's get you back. All right, look like a normal person. All right, we're gonna set you aside for a moment here. We're gonna focus on He-Man. So this is actually, these are really cool figures. I mean, everything on them moves. You can